Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Houston House.
The Sphere Network. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today at advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Baptiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680.
What's up, good people? Good people, good people. What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Technocrats. I'm your host, Gary Lee, also known as G Hawkins. Of course, you can find me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with a Z. And I'm with my digital main man today. Jay is in the building. Jonathan Davis, what's up, good friend?
Oh, man. Good, man. I'm doing well. What's up to the Technocrats that's tuning in live on Facebook and everyone else? But what's going on with you, Dodo, Gary?
Not much, man. Just trying to work through the continued growth and any issues that seem to continue to plague us here and there. But it feels good, man. Just, you got to have a little adversity, and it continues to strengthen you and sharpen you, especially when we're talking technology. So it just is what it is. No complaints. How about you, man? How about you over there? Everything straight?
Oh, yeah, everything's good. I'm chilling at the house at the moment. Had a nice, good weekend with me and my wife. And took care of some technical things down in Austin, Texas for a little bit. Okay. Got back in late yesterday. So we'll hopefully be doing some things this year with the Sphere Southwest by Southwest coming up again. And just ready to get in and dive into some of the stuff that's going on this week.
And it comes by so fast, man. That's one of the things about South by Southwest. I feel like it runs through, and it's like I want to do so much, but I just never get the opportunity to be as prepared as I want to be when it comes to South by Southwest. So
exactly, because it's so many things to take in there, let alone to have your booth and have people come to you and share what we have to offer at the Sphere.
Yeah. Very true, very true. But let's go ahead and hop into this tech. We don't want to keep the people waiting. Now, remember, folks, we're only on Facebook Live for the first 15, 20 minutes or so. Then you got to go over to the Sphere to subscribe. So just keep that in mind. We'll go through a few things, but we want to make sure you all are subscribed and ready to download the episode as we drop these each and every week. So first down the bat, obviously we have a lot of conversations in regards to renewable energy, but something that's pretty timely in the news. Looks like T-Mobile has vowed to use 100% renewable energy to cover all of its energy needs. Jay, let's talk about this for a moment, man. What's going on here with T-Mobile, and why are they so pronounced on going 100% renewable within less than 5 years?
Yeah, this is a very aggressive campaign, and they are projecting to have this project with adding a secondary wind turbine. So they get a lot of their energy and their power actually from wind farms now. And those who live out in certain rural areas, you're probably all too familiar with seeing them. But, they work with providing power just from the simple wind. And they turn these huge turbines and they create, kinetic energy to mechanical energy, get power. And they keep these big old stations going. and these towers going as well. So, but some other little things they want to do, but they are really taking a conscientious look at how they consume energy, and they are one of the few 100 top companies that realize that it's really alternative things that they can do now to be able to run their business. And I thought that was um, very impactful and resounding what they did to put their money to invest in how they provide the energy or attain the energy they need to provide all their services.
Now I'm of the mindset that this is going to be a precedence in regards to companies, right? This speaks
Yes,
volumes to Microsoft, Apple, Sprint, AT&T. When complete companies say, you know what, we're going to go 100% renewable, and we're talking milliwatts, we're talking a lot of energy
right.
necessary for this. But I think that it's viable because we see that now. We've had conversations here talking about Tesla and what they've done to power complete islands. Renewable energies, being able to to store power from the sun and just redistribute it as time is needed. But I guess the biggest thing for me looking back at this, going back to this article, is the overall impact we're going to have on our planet if other companies buy in, right? It's not just about
Mhm.
T-Mobile. It's not just about customers. Can you hear me now? From
Yeah.
Sprint or AT&T reach out and touch. So it's not just about all those things. This starts to become about the planet. It starts to become about people really caring about where they live and how they want to consume energy and getting it the best way, shape, or form. And then once this is in place, regardless of the cost, you're going to get that cost back over time.
Oh, yes.
So you just got to
Yes.
have
I
the
agree.
long-term game. Am I right?
Yeah, I agree. Definitely. Because just think about all the utilities you need, safety hazards and safety codes, rather, codes that you have to meet in order to provide power lines and high power transmission stations to keep these real big cellular towers and things that's up, and whatever type of big data center hubs that they have. But to know that a lot of these cities, they're going to, in the main grid that they're going to be on is going to come from these wind turbines.
Yeah.
That's going to definitely save them a lot of money over time, because can somebody charge you for using wind?
Exactly, and it's there. Same way with sun. So what I would like to do is I would love to see them. Obviously, they spent these dollars already working with the Wind Forks project in Kansas. So shout out to Kansas for that, and that's a huge contract at the amount of renewable energy that they need. But what I would love to see is for them to play in that solar realm as well.
Mm.
Give Tesla some love. Shout out to Elon Musk and what they're doing with their acquisition of Solar City. So I would love to see them possibly coat a rooftop of their building with solar panels. So they've already got the footprint out. Why not just put the panels on the roof, and
Right.
you've got some additional energy storage available as well. So we'll see. I wonder though, how soon do you think it'll take before other companies buy into this same strategy?
Well, there are top companies that's doing this now, but they're not a total of 100% boasting even trying to do this. But it talks about how, like, within the last 10 years, government agencies of the U.S. are actually starting to admit that they can do better, and they can break away from the old antiquated forms of getting power and energy
Yeah,
for their
you would
business.
think.
And yeah, yeah, yeah. So, so now it's like, wow. I mean, to see that, and it's also creating jobs. That's the biggest thing. It's creating jobs,
Yeah, of
you know,
course.
for people. Yeah,
And these are jobs that will be around, right? These aren't jobs that are going to go away like the coal mill or anything like that.
right.
These are jobs that are going to be steadfast throughout the next 2, 3, 4 decades, 10, 20, 30, 40 years as other companies buy in, as complete grids move away from the traditional style of getting power. Because once something's tried, tested, and true, the price starts to come down. And that's what we've
Yeah,
always seen. Prices
yeah.
come down and then buy-in goes up. So if we can get the prices right, that shout out to the prices right. If the price can be right, then I think we'll be good. So We shall see. Now, good folks that are watching us, tuned in right now, you listen to this in your car after the show. Let us know what you think. Shoot us an email, technocrats@thesphere.tv, or hit us up across social media at the Sphere TV using the good old hashtag Technocrats, because we definitely want to have a firm idea of what you all believe will be the next movement, shall I say, movement when it
Yeah.
comes to solar energy. So I want to know that. I want to hear what those people have to say. But before we go too far in, let's get in this first particular portion of the show being sponsored by the Houston Housewives of Finance. So, did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% or more than 77 million of Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month, and 39% of adults said they don't have enough in savings. Don't become one of these statistics, folks. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463 or send them an email over to info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask them how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services. And one of the reasons I know this to be true is because they got me situated when it comes to past retirement, but into death benefits and things like that for the kids I don't even have, folks. So if I can think that far in the future, I ain't even got kids yet, but we already got the kids set up. You got to be able to think that far. So make sure you get your finances taken care of, and make sure you check out The Money Factor if you want to have a deep dive conversation about finances here in America, as well as taking you to that next financial level. So California, Colorado, what do these particular states have in common? Well, it looks like they are pushing for more electric vehicles and charging places. So California last week, there was an executive order signed directing the state to adopt more policies that could boost that particular state by about 5 million EVs on the road looking towards the year 2030, which is an excellent goal. And they're trying to say, you know what, we want to be at 1.5 million by the year 2025. So we're talking less than 7 years from now. And this is a trend that obviously we've seen going forth, moving across state by state. But, you know, trying to go from 350,000 EVs, Jay, from now in California to 5 million in about 12 years, I think that's aggressive. However, the fact that they grew, that they think that they can grow it from 350,000 to about 5 years in 12 years, to me seems a bit aggressive. But with the way that we've seen technology, and correct me if I'm wrong, the way that technology has been so far, we've seen advancements that have just continued to push the envelope, and things are growing exponentially. Wouldn't you say?
Yes, it is. It definitely is. And with Tesla making an announcement last year about the Model 3, and then a recent announcement came in that they're going to have the long range. Is that true? The Model 3?
Yep, long range.
So you're going to probably get a million people who subscribe and get on the wait list for that one. So right now, it was staggering to know that only electric vehicles only make up 1% of all the vehicles in the U.S. on the road. So it still has a long ways to go before it's commonplace. But I like the fact that these 2 states, California and Colorado, which are very beautiful states and known for their nature, known for their hiking, and a lot of people just love being outdoors doing things there in those states. But they're very also concerned about energy and the environment. That even though it's just at 1%, they're already lobbying to pass legislation to bring in the means and the items that's needed there to support people who want to buy these vehicles.
Okay, well, I'm all for great legislation moving forward, even at 1%. and I'm for them growing, especially in Colorado. I know we spoke a little bit about Cali. Over in Colorado, they want to have close to about 1 million EVs on the road by 2030, when they've only got roughly about 11,000 that are registered right now. So that would be a significant jump for the state of Colorado. And I think you're right, Jay. These are states where people love to be outside. They're some of the most beautiful states, most beautiful states we have in our nation, Colorado and California. And it would make sense for those states to want to adopt policies that are more conscientious when it comes to taking care of the environment around them. That's one of the reasons why they pay so much money, especially in Cali, to live. You're spending all those dollars because of the environment. So why not take care of it? Because if anything, that has a direct or direct proportional growth interest to your property value. The better your environment is, the more you're going to make on your house when you decide to sell or keep and invest and things like that. So to me, that makes sense. The question that I have, though, is trying to allocate the amount of money that they want to receive. Like Colorado's looking to receive almost $70 million from the Volkswagen Group due to that diesel scandal. But to take those dollars and put some of that towards electrical charging stations, to me, is a great move. It's almost a slap in the face to diesel, right? And Volvo saying, hey, so you all got this scandal going on. We're going to take the money that y'all owe us because y'all tricked our consumers and constituents of these states, and we're going to put this into EVs, which eventually will take more dollars out of your pocket. But I think this is a great move, and I'm happy to see it. What do you think the likelihood is of other states following suit?
Okay. Well, I think what's going on right now, not to get political, but from the last regime administration, President 44 President Obama, his team was really conscientious about this, and they really wanted to show that they can, by smart green jobs, they can create those jobs. But by these two states are still on board to what was already initially done in the last administration, because they realize, they look at the numbers, they look at the appeal. And now Tesla is making it very affordable to get these electrical vehicles. They realize that the charging station has to be in place pretty much first before everybody can get the electrical vehicles.
Very true.
So they are not waiting around for the number to go from 1% to 10%. They are already out there putting in infrastructure, putting the things in place. And they also create incentives for people. So private contractors who want to get in the game and learn and just start putting these systems in can get paid. So you see that this is creating a lot of jobs. It's opened up whole new areas, and it shows that if you can be a conscientious person about your environment where you live, and it can still make money, good money.
Very good money.
I think this is definitely going to work, and like you said, it's very aggressive what they're trying to do. But I like the fact they're not waiting around; they already trying to do it now, and they're showing people that it's a very lucrative field to get into. How to get into doing things that's green.
You would think that this would catch on like wildfire, like people would say, okay, well, we kind of want to move on this across the board. And as you mentioned, like, you try not to get political when it comes to technology, but at the end of the day, we're conscientious to say, hey, what's really going on when I've got all of this availability here from a consumer base that's going to buy vehicles. Going back to the previous article, we're consuming all this power, and you've got opportunities to truly change the scope and the narrative by going green. I feel like this is our green show today. Like we're just going to talk about going green. But it's like there's these opportunities, and I just don't understand why more people aren't taking advantage of these opportunities. I hate to just see these two states and not have the other states follow suit. I think that would be my concern, or something that I would be aware of.
Right, and not to get off subject, I hear what you're saying, Gary. Why a lot of people, you do wonder why a lot of people are not doing it, but the main reason is greed. Yeah, and people are fearful to try something that they're not familiar with. Notice I didn't say that is new, because leveraging the wind and the sun is nothing new, as we can look at ancient technology in the land of Africa now, and also South America, and some of the things that's still present in North America. People did it for thousands of years. but just recent industrial revolution changed to people that have intellectual property to want to create different things, chemicals and things such as that, or create different type of new industries to generate wealth at the expense of damaging the place where they live. So,
Mm.
but now it's like the mindset of people are starting to change, and people are starting to speak out against the status quo, the powers to be, and say, no, it makes no sense to keep utilizing these things. Let's try to find a good circulating economy with going green.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully, people will continue to make good decisions about going green, whether it's in that economy, whether it's it's in your vehicle, whatever the case is. People consider these things. You want to go green if you can possibly save the planet at the same time while you're continue to push forward your ideas and thoughts of capitalist society. I don't want to go too deep, but
Yeah.
hey, do what you need to do, but pay attention to what's going on around you. So Facebook Livers, we love you, we support you, we thank you so much. But Facebook Live piece has to come to an end because we want to continue the show. So go over to the website and subscribe. Go to sphere.tv/Technocrats, and we've got a few options for you. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud. We're available on YouTube, Stitcher, Spreaker, as well as iHeartRadio. And via Spreaker, you can get to us on your Amazon Alexa. All you have to do is install the Spreaker skill, and then you can say, hey, Alexa, play the Technocrats podcast. Boom, and you've got us right in your house. Yeah, how about that? So, of course, while you're there, rate us. Give us some constructive criticism. We want to know how we're doing. So please let us know. So, a few stars here and there. Let us know what we need to do more to keep you engaged and thriving in this space of technology. And at the same time, share this out with your family, your friends, share it with your colleagues, share it with your loved ones, share it with anyone and everyone so they can get the same type of technical insight that you're getting from this show. And last but not least, if you like what we're doing, go out and donate for us. Go to the sphere.tv/donate. We've got a couple of options for you. We've got a single donation as well as a Patreon-based donation that will sow a seed back into us, and we give you exclusive content for those that are on Patreon. Once again, thank y'all so much for tuning in to us right here at the Sphere. So let's keep this party going. Diving into this next article, Jay. Now, let me preface this conversation. Moving into our digital trends. For those that are watching us right now, our digital trends are where we like to have conversations surrounding things that have continued to grow in our environment that have become very, very popular. One of the popular trends that we've seen so far, and I would say, Jay, maybe over the last year and a half or so that we've been starting to see these pop up?
Yes.
Yeah, so last year and a half, we've seen this array of smart speakers. Basically, speakers that you plug in somewhere in your home that has some type of artificial intelligence built in that you can then have conversations with this speaker to give you insightful information, as well as, of course, be a speaker and play good music that you have in one of your subscription or services. One of the speakers that we talked a lot about on the show was Google's Home speaker. Small little device that works well. And obviously its biggest competitor was the long-standing champ, the Amazon Echo. And obviously Amazon has released several different variants of their Echo, as well as now Google has stepped up to the plate and released a bunch of different variances in its home product for smart speakers. Now, we hadn't talked about one particular player in this field because they've been absent, right? And we're not even talking Microsoft because they've been absent outside of the Harman Kardon Cortana speaker that ain't really doing much of nothing. So we'll have that conversation on another day. But specifically speaking, we're talking about Apple. Apple's been a little late to the game, as always, because their thing is if they're going to do it, they're going to quote unquote do it right. So that they say. But let's welcome you all to Apple's newest device that's starting on February 9th, and that's their HomePod. So Apple has this spherical looking speaker, and we're going to scroll down a little bit so you can kind of get an idea of what this looks like. That supposedly has some of the best sound, the best build, 6 microphone arrays, some seamless mesh, 7 tweeters, got an A8 chip in it, basically the same thing you've got in the iPhone 7 and 8, I believe. I think there's an A9 in the iPhone 10.
10, yeah.
So, but basically, this speaker that can fill your whole room full of sound, and of course, you can get 2 of them and get a stereo sound in one room. But all this works over Apple's proprietary AirPlay software, and I don't know, Jay. I don't know if I'm sold on this at its price point. What's your thoughts, man?
I am a little concerned and wondering the real reason why Apple couldn't deliver this before the holiday season as they boasted and as many people anticipated. This 2 to 3 month delay is got me wondering, uh, did Apple go back and add a different hardware component, or was some of these units already went through the assembly manufacturing line and they were just sitting up waiting to they can release more in different batches? Um, because I feel like they come in late to the game. But that's what I felt and expressed on another episode. But then I started to think about it. Apple is really not trying to compete in the smart speaker, so to say, against Amazon and Google. They are boasting that they are bringing you musicology. They are having spatial type of sound where you can just take this thing out the box, turn it on, it automatically syncs iOS to your devices. You gonna say, Gary?
Mm.
Yeah.
I would like to see that.
Yeah, yeah. So what they are trying to market this thing is that it's one of the best music devices, and it happens to have everything that Amazon and Google has plus more. And I say okay, I can get behind that. So the people
Hmm.
who used to paying a pretty penny, like for the Bose systems or the Sohos, they say, okay, well, not only can I get a high quality, superior sound, and I can link multiple devices together like the Bose, but I have that smart speaker feature in here as well. Now, let me ask you this, Gary. I know you love the Amazon Echo. You have so many things doing cool in your house, at the studio, everything. I think that thing can even start up your Tesla, right? You can
Something
talk
like that.
to it. So, with that being said, what looking at this right now and looking at the Amazon Echo, I mean, is it anything at all? Is it any kind of draw for you, somebody that's heavily invested in Amazon Echo? Is it any kind of draw pull? You feel any energy at all to like lean to want to get this or want to learn a bit more about it, get your hands on it?
So here's what I'll say, right? If money was no object, and remember this thing is 349. Well, you know what? Before I dive deep into it, how about this? How about we're gonna tease them a little bit? This particular portion of the show is sponsored by us at the Sphere. So, are you starting your business or looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at the Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send us an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. So, as I was saying, so here's my thing, Jay. Man,
Yeah.
at 349, this better be premium. This better be the best sounding speaker out there. Now, I love, so here's the thing. If you've got an iPhone, and I'm talking to every iPhone user out there right now, if you got an iPhone, the fact that you can hand calls over to this thing, right, and just talk in your living room as if you're talking to someone who's at your house, you know, the versus having to talk on a phone on your speakerphone from your iPhone. The fact that you can send messages from through this device via your voice, right? The fact that you can just talk to it and ask the questions, I think those are great features that make it much more enjoyable. Um, my thing is literally, Jay, it's the price point. I don't know
Okay.
if I can get past it because I just feel like it's somewhere around $50 to $80 too much in comparison to all the rest of the devices out there. You can go get a Harman Kardon speaker. Not saying it has the same quality, but you can get those same feature sets in a decent speaker for almost half the cost. So
All right.
I love the way my Alexa sounds that I use my Echo. And I have the first version Echo, not even the updated one. It sounds great, and it was half the cost. So I think for me that's where I'm having some issues. It's at the price point. I would love to hear this, but I don't know if I would be pushed to update it. I mean, what about you? Do you see yourself having a couple of these in the house?
No, I have a Bose system in the house, and I have a Bose portable one now. And I was looking at the price point that something that really competes in that price point now is the Bose portable speaker, and it's at $299. It's the Revolve Plus,
Okay.
but Apple is $50 more than that. So this is what I'm thinking. Apple's going to probably do their best at marketing. Apple is going to really market this thing just strictly like they did for music, and say, hey, you get a bonus. You get to work with Apple HomeKit, and then two, you get everything that Echo and Google has for functionality and voice assistant and things such as that, interacting with all your devices. But we're going to give you more.
Hmm.
And I think that's going to be the thing to help them. I think most people are going to want it when they hear the sound, because they are boasting that it sounds great with just one singer on HomePod. But when you link it together with the second one and put it in the stereo, they saying it's worth the $700 hands down. But the average person gonna be able to afford that. Who knows? But for 300, yeah, for 350, 350 to get a great quality sounding portable speaker like the Bose, you're talking about that kind of quality, and then you're getting all the other features. Um, I think them releasing it now, it's not going to do as well as it would have done if it was for the holidays, and I
Yeah.
think this is going to hurt a lot of Apple, with their projections that they have, because it's coming out at the wrong time. I feel like.
Well, I agree with that, right? I think that timing is always the most important thing or most important feature set that you can have, especially when you're talking about holiday. That was the time to try to get this out. But if they couldn't do it, if for whatever reason they just couldn't, get it shipped, 2 months earlier, then they just have to take that L. And people, unfortunately, will forget about this. So now it's going to cost them that much more in marketing just to get the word out for somebody to be willing to spend this kind of money. Because everybody,
Right,
they've spent their Christmas money. And
right,
that price point is
right,
a Christmas price point.
right.
So I don't know. But I would love to get my hands on one just to kind of test it and play around with it.
Yeah,
But we'll see.
yeah.
We
So
shall see.
Apple, yes, Apple hit G Hawkins, hit Astro Tesla 80, hit us up, and we'll use one in home, and we'll definitely get some great feedback and have a nice teardown with it as well.
Yeah, we shall put it to the test. Now, have you been hearing that Apple's been kind of catching flack? People are concerned about their sales of the iPhone 10 or iPhone X, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's lackluster. It's way under what they expected and projected. And I think because I think Apple has lost too many of their team, too many individuals from their great team they had assembled. Even though they said the climate and stuff was bad under Steve Jobs many years ago, well, several years ago rather. Some of them they was able to retain, but now I think with the direction that they're going, they just resting on their name.
Yeah.
And I think the innovation and still trying to keep the quality and service for the price that they are charging. I mean, a lot of their phones that they are boasting features have been out on the Samsung, and you got the new one, the OnePlus One 7. You know, it's just it's superseding it, and you can own it. And then too, I think the biggest thing that hurt Apple was, I think, with the subsidy things charge getting into the phone carrier for the
Yeah.
199, 299, 399. I think Apple would never be the same again
Yep.
with that deal. I think that really hurt them the most
Yeah.
because many people can't get their hands on one.
Yes, indeed. Plus this whole scandal with the, slowing your phone down, and
Right.
that didn't help. And now I hear there's some now they're talking about being able to choose if you want to slow your phone down or not. Like you can choose it in the software, which should have been an option a long time ago. But poor
Yeah.
Apple. We will see. We will see. But before we get out of here, let's shout out to our last sponsor of the day, and that's over at Elite Dental Wellness. So, at Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We're committed to the finest possible oral care and the overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and a friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel as though they are part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and downright uncomfortable. Dr. Batiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Chandra Batiste at Elite Dental Wellness by calling 713-789-8680 and just say the Sphere to receive 10% off. Once again, that's over at Elite Dental Wellness. And shout out to Dr. Chandra Batiste. She's the co-host of Docs, for those that like to check out and keep up to date on your health and wellness. So, Jay, I appreciate you, good sir. This has been another great episode. You want to let the good people know where they can reach you at?
Yes, it has. I enjoyed it. It's you reach me on Twitter and Instagram, Astro Tesla 80.
There it is. And, of course, you can reach me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with the Z. Hit us here at the show, Technocrats at the Sphere TV. But until then, good people, we will see you next time right here at the Sphere. Peace.
Yeah.